Okay, so today we'll be talking about string theory. Okay, so string theory is one of the theories which is trying to, by trying I mean still in progress, trying to is trying to unify two theories or two theories of physics. One is quantum physics, okay, and the second one is general relativity, okay, because how it is if one talks about fundamental particles, the second one talks about planets and universe in whole and huge micro level macro level, sorry, not macro level, macro level and nano level. And so now, what is string theory? String theory actually, sorry. Now, string theory, what does string theory say? Um, for that, before talking about string theory, let's talk about one more, something known as like something about dimensions, okay? Okay. We know that dimensions, how many dimensions are there usually that we know? Three, right? Three dimensions, which are up, down, left, right, and back and forth. Sorry, front, rear. Now, these are three dimensions that even general theory works on. Okay. Now, when Einstein, what for this three dimension, what we talk about actually general theory of relativity, because when uh, Newton, he was trying to understand gravity. He didn't understand gravity exactly. He said, "This is what happens," but he doesn't. He didn't. He said, "I don't know how it happens." So Einstein gave a visual idea, visual presentation of how gravity actually is, which is nothing but space-time curvature, space-time curvature. Okay, curve. Now, when he said space-time curve, we're talking about this in three dimension. And sorry, there's one more dimension. There's time dimension as well, including time dimension. That's why there's a reason it's known as space-time. Now, string theory. If we talk about this, look. So we're looking at a certain three-dimensional space in which general relativity takes place. Now, what if you change the perspective of how you're looking, because um, it's noticed that the the distance changes the dimension, or the viewpoint changes the dimension. Okay, what I mean by viewpoint is, if you look at something from far away, you will only see a limited amount of dimensions. But if you go closer to it, you will be able to see more of the dimensions in that particular thing, or whatever we say. So what string theory says that there are there's one more thing. It predicts extra dimensions. Okay, dimensions. Okay, uh, extra dimensions. And yeah, string theory, by the way, the word string theory is actually related to strings. We have literal strings in this theory. Okay, and what are those? There the five types of strings, or not five types. There are two types of strings in string theory. One is closed, and one is open. In string theory, closed is the essence of string theory. Essence. Okay, essence. What do I mean by essence is that it won't exist without won't exist without closed string. Okay, now uh, so what actually is string theory? String theory, it predicts that all objects mean, it's a simple thermodynamic term. It means everything in our universe at fundamental level is nothing but vibrating filaments of inertia, vibrating strings. By if I say, let's suppose if we have something like this. Now what this string over here is energy vibration. Okay, it's energy vibration. Now for simple we say it's a string as a string of certain frequency. Now but it's nothing but energy which is vibrating. Okay, now here's an interesting thing. even though even though when we talk about, let's suppose, okay, let's talk about, let's say this is our universe, right? Our galaxy. Right now I'll make a representation representation of of levels. Okay, or sizes we are talk about. Okay, now um first one is galaxy. We'll start from galaxy. Okay, galaxy, or I think it's galaxy. What was the spelling of galaxy? Galaxy, or whatever. Number two. Uh, what's number two? After that, let's put planets. Then we have uh, planets. Let's put humans, and I'll go to the machinery. And then we have compounds. I may miss some points, but I'm just trying. What I'm trying to show is the main. If you get the main thing, then it's the point is completed. We don't have to go to the other things. Compound, five elements. Okay, sixth, atoms. Now, here is the interesting thing. Mostly in old times, it was stated that atoms are final at final final stage, but it's not actually true. This beyond atom as well. We have subatomic atoms. What are those subatomic atoms? They are proton, electron, neutron, and we have more as well. Proton, electron, neutron. Okay, there's more as well, but these are the three main. And then we also have uh, then after subatomic atoms we have quarks, which are up, down, charm, strange, and so on. So there are anti-quarks as well that also exists. But now the ninth one over here, the ninth one is still in progress, which is nothing but string theory. The theory that we are made of nothing but vibrating filaments of energy. That's string theory, which is vibrating, vibrating strings. Okay. Um, so it predicts extra dimension. I have said that already. Now the combination. One more thing. The combination of these two will give us something as theory of everything. Now, what is theory of everything? Theory of everything is it, it it's giving us overview of the fact that we are able to describe everything in one theory with one equation, not one simple equation. So simple but complex as well, but one equation. We don't have to go for multiple theories. One theory explains everything. Now, here, now two types of strings I have already said. Now it combines gravity, which is odd one. I think I have said it already, that even it what it does is combines gravity with the other four forces, which is the odd one in at fundamental level, because at fundamental level what you will notice is that gravity uh, is the weakest of all the forces. When we talk about the four fundamental forces, all the forces match up, but except gravity, which has some um non predictable values. Now here's a equation. We will not study this equation, but it's taken just for reference. It's known as Polakiv action. Sorry for the wordings. Polakov actions. It's about the describing of dynamics of a string propagating through space time. But okay, one more. Yeah, I will tell you after this what I'm talking about. The equation goes like S is equals to minus 1 over 4 pi. You don't need to know what these symbols are. Just it's just one equation which is regarding string theory. If you want, you can study it. If you don't want, if you don't want, then we can just leave it, because we'll just study about the theory of string theory, not the mathematical one. Sorry. Now, um, describes. I will just read it out. Describes a string propagating throughout space time. Now, uh, when Einstein did this, he had these spaces, but what string theory suggests is that it doesn't work. It it doesn't work in neither one, two, three, four, five, but 10-dimensional space. It works in 10-dimensional space, and our experiments are only our experiments are only our sorry our current experimental physics is fixed to only three dimensions. The problem here is how can we test these theories? Okay, the problem here is not how what can we do. The problem is how can we fix how can we test these theories now. uh, so one more thing, when we talk about representation of the strings, we talked about what was it, the closed one and open string, right? Now these are the different types of interactions which they can have, or which different types of string types. This is one string which can become this. Second, we can have an equation like this, and it can turn into this, and so on. The other ones we can just figure it out. Um, so, one more thing. Even though we are made of same, uh, all these, all these are same for us, but what this theory says is that just because of the vibrations, the different vibrations or different energy fluctuations in the strings, the theory which suggests that we are made of vibrating strings, the difference in the vibrations of the strings makes us different, even though we are, they're more the explanations of why, even though we are made of same elements, have different properties. So our main so what it is that string theory says this is one certain node and this is certain node. Now what makes these two different is the node at which it's moving, it's vibrating. Node at which it's vibrating. Okay, so even though they're strings, but the difference in energy fluctuations make them different. Now, but by the way, string theory suggests, because it's still a theory, it's not complete. String theory suggests uh, the existence of universe, parallel universe, that there are many universes just like you. And what else it says is, we know about wormholes, right? What are wormholes? Wormholes are a way to connect two spaces to travel the smallest distance. Smallest distance. Okay. Now this is for two distinct spots, right? Two distinct spots. But it can be done for wait, where is it? So it can also be done for uh, universes as well. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.